Kristan T Harris here with the RundownLive.com, Milwaukee's alternative news and talk radio. I am making this video here today to answer some of my critics out there on the giant human cover-up, as I call it. I've received many emails on the subject, not all of them positive. A lot of people think I'm a giant liar because I haven't disclosed things like a giant human skeleton. So the first thing I wanted to mention, that majority of this criticism is laced in ridicule. And I've always felt that ridicule without investigation is the largest form of ignorance. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to help try to ease some of my critics by explaining why I believe what I believe. First of all, I also wanted to address the Moberly, Missouri article I recently wrote about a giant human skeleton being discovered 360 feet below the surface of the city of Moberly at the bottom of a coal mine. Actually, they were digging and they actually located a whole city with like fountains and statues and tools and advanced technology, at least for the ancient times, that they actually uncovered underneath the city. It's pretty fantastic. So someone said, well, you're a liar. There was no giant human skeletons unearthed there. There's no proof of this. And my argument to the critics are, well, prove me that I'm wrong. I want to see a retracted article, just one retracted article out of thousands printed by credible newspaper companies, the New York Times, the New York Sun, St. Paul Daily Globe, and LA Times. I could go time again with these names over and over and over, and you guys still would consider these things not true. So I want to know if there's 1,000 articles at least out there reporting giant human skeletons in these effigy mounds. Where are the articles calling these things hoaxes? Because, obviously, as a newspaper, you want to be as credible as possible, and you would retract these things. So first, here, I want to mention, if everyone could go to the rundownlive.com, I'm going to lead you through how you can search these articles yourself. Go there, and on the right, you're going to see a little magnifying glass, and in there, it'll bring up a search bar. Now, if you guys type in giant skeleton, let's see what this brings up on our site. It's going to bring up a bunch of articles. There's going to be one you're going to want to scroll down to that's called The History of Giants Repressed by Modern Science. And we're not here to view the video or go over the article. What we're looking for here is a link. And what I want to show you guys is how many giant human skeleton articles there are out there, opposed to how many that are retracted and call this a hoax. So here we click on the Library of Congress. And that's going to bring us to a website here, which is going to show you how many giant human skeleton articles there are. As you can see, there's 52 plus pages of these articles that you can, scan through. And they're incredible. You'll find stories of human skeletons anywhere between, 12, 15, 20 feet tall, sometimes 9 and 7. It's pretty fantastic. Now, what I wanted to mention is that if we go to the same Library of Congress and we type in, let's say, giant hoax, giant skeleton hoax, guess what? The Library of Congress pulls up 0 results. So there's 0 results saying that the giant human skeletons were a hoax. Not one newspaper reported these as a hoax. Also, I typed in giant skeleton retraction, which there as well have been 0 retractions to these stories. Now, this was just one of the many people out there that were ridiculing me, calling me a liar. And I also want to mention, I'm reporting other people's news. I didn't say I found a giant human skeleton. What I'm reporting is ancient articles or older articles that actually reported this kind of phenomenon. And it was not just one case. It wasn't a secluded case. There's thousands of these cases out there. So if you want to call me a liar, you might as well start out by calling the source a liar, such as the LA Times and New York Times. And those same people that ridicule me on this are probably the same people who enjoy CNN and Fox daily and trust everything they say. Also, I also received an email about the J. McKinney oil prospector 18-foot tall skeleton from an employee at a local museum down in Texas. And he said, well, those giant skeletons were just mammoths and they were misdiagnosed. They were mammoth skeletons. So then I responded and asked, what is the importance of giant mammoths to the Indian culture, because a lot of these were found, or a majority of these were found in effigy mounds and burial mounds, or with artifacts and things of that nature. And as I figured, I heard crickets. But that's all I got for you guys here on the rundownlive.com. I want to do an update on the giant human skeleton situation. Now you guys know how to search the Library of Congress. Check out the rundownlive.com and support what we do. Good journalism. Check it out now.